Get your spanks in. Hard ones, hard ones. Wake up. Wake up.
Oh, I'm dizzy. You know who can't swab decks, right?
Who?
Children, because children aren't allowed on pirate ships. And if you're under the age of 18, you're not allowed in this podcast either. So hit the scallywag plank and go for a swim.
But, sir, our best cannoneer is a child. Are you sure we're not going to be able to aim?
The only reason they're a good cannoneer is because we put the children inside the cannons and fire away.
Ain't that right? Get out of here, little kiddos. We don't need...
Bye-bye now.
Fuck yeah!
Donovan, Aust1n, we are here together. They're gonna talk about sexual crime. Let's do brain cells, let's do brain cells, let's do brain cells, let's do brain cells.
Welcome to the last few brain cells. We are two come play enthusiasts named...
What we do? Come over and play at our house.
No, come play.
Come on over and play.
Yeah, named Donovan and...
I'm Aust1n. Come on over.
Come play, like seamen. And
Like pirates.
Nope, like when you jizz and you like swap it from your mouth to your partner's mouth. And
wow.
Today is January 29th, 2024.
It's February 29th. February 29th, you guys. It's episode number 17, and here's a sneak peek for what's the come play.
Booby water.
I'm out of water.
Wait, milk is just boob water.
Wow. Boob water.
See, that's why you never fuck twice. Is that if that's your strategy, then I understand.
Well, the whisper nest is a crucial part of post-bone. Epiglottal flap control is like the first thing you learn in college.
Welcome to episode 17. We're getting up there, man. It's almost episode 20. We gotta plan something big for episode 20.
I can't believe it. Actually, wild. We're on episode 17 already. We're flying.
It's like,
and it wouldn't be an episode if we didn't say, wow, I can't believe we're on episode blank already. We've been doing that since episode 2.
It's sort of like when you're a parent and it's like your kid's growing up so fast. It's like if our podcast was a child, it would almost be old enough to listen to our podcast.
Wow, they can vote soon. I think they're going to vote for us for best podcast of the year.
They'd better, because we've done a really, really good job raising this little guy.
Mm-hmm. We've done a good campaign. We've been shaking hands.
Who do you think Last Few Brain Cells votes for if it's a person?
I think they vote for Jesus Christ.
Oh, we got some. That's a spoiler for later on.
That's who my mom votes for.
Jesus news. Oh, does she write in Jesus?
Sure does.
Jesus. I mean, like literally Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Who was? Do you remember Vermin Supreme?
I voted for him in 2012.
Yeah. Can you describe this?
Vermin Supreme is a friendly fascist who will keep not one of his promises and tell you from the start. If you haven't seen Vermin Supreme, he is a politician who runs anarchist that just aligns with whatever side of a party he has a better chance of winning that year's presidential election with. He wears a boot on his head. He glitter bombs his enemies. And I've met him. I've met him in real life in Boston.
No way.
Yeah, I have a picture of me and him on Instagram. He's got the boot on. He's a boss. He's an actual fucking boss. And back in 2012, when politics was a less scary time, than like 2016, and I was in the state of Massachusetts, Obama was going to win by a fucking beyond long shot. So I voted for Vermin Supreme. I stood in the snow for an hour, and I voted for Vermin Supreme. Wow. And that was my last write-in vote ever, because now you can't do that shit.
You can't write in anymore?
You can, but it's too close. It's too close. You got to put all your chips in where they need to go. It was such a landslide for Obama in Massachusetts that I was like, I'm just going to go Vermin Supreme, baby. Totally. So I voted for Vermin Supreme.
Yeah, there's no more YOLO vote potential anymore. I feel bad for Gen Z because you live in a world where political turmoil is just normal.
I think, it's like the world of politics really transformed post 2016. It really just did. I feel like it was less of a thing that was like a ever-present news story, and now is you used to be able to get away with writing in Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, it's like it's sort of like politics used to be a little bit fun, and now it's only scary.
Yeah, it's like it used to be like, oh, we whoopsie whoopsie, and now it's like ah.
Yeah, it's like I remember when George Bush was first elected, and everyone was like, ha ha ha, the dumb guy, and
He's
like that,
stupid.
Yeah, but it was like all right, well, but he's our president, and
now it's like terrifying stupid. I'm like, oh God,
I'm shaking no matter what happens,
and it's not looking good. I can't it just sucks. I miss the days when I could ride in Mickey Mouse. That's who should be our president, Mickey Michael Mouse.
Vermin Supreme. I mean, he had some great platform too. I can't remember exactly what, but it was like great, giving free ice cream to.
The secret dental police. They are going to make sure that you brush your teeth every night, and if you don't, you can be arrested. He also has a pony identification program. Every American will be assigned a pony that you must keep with you at all times. And if asked to be presented with your pony, you must present pony. Otherwise, you will also be arrested.
Yeah, it would be a better country if everyone had a pony and they had to keep track of their pony at all times. Because that
he's also
responsibility. He
has a green energy program as well. He's going to use zombie energy. He's going to put zombies on turn wheels, and he's going to dangle brains in front of them like hamster wheels, so we can actually stop relying on oil, and we can actually start relying on zombie power.
That honestly makes a lot of sense.
Everything he says checks out if you look at the numbers.
Why don't we do that? And this is a real question for you. Why don't we do that with animals and meat? Like why don't we just get a pack of wild dogs? Nobody cares about it. But okay, why do we? Seriously, think about this. Society doesn't need fossil fuels. We don't need nuclear reactors, whatever that means. All we need is a bunch of big wheels, like hydroelectric dams, but big wheels, and they're full of stray dogs. So instead of sending the dogs to pounds, put the dogs in wheels and put our discarded bones and trash, because dogs love trash, in front of the dogs. And then you have free energy for life, for everybody.
Whoa, the old dangle a carrot technique. Do you think they would eventually just give up once they're like, oh, I just can't reach this trash? It's been months.
No, it's sort of like it's how capitalism is structured right now, where you give them just enough to continue to subsist so that they can continue to chase that goal of getting to the trash. So every once in a while, a little bone falls out, they get it, and then they, it's edging them.
That's too relatable.
Yeah.
That's just like, that feels like an ever-present theme.
It is, but I think I think that's a legitimate solution. It's two birds with one stone, because then the dogs have a meaning in life, like, because all of those dogs, they know that they've been abandoned. They're sad. And then so they get to run around, and it's fun. They're with their fellow homies,
and they get free trash.
They get free trash.
What about, okay, get this. What about, instead of using dogs, what about solar panels?
Huh? What's that? What's that?
You just put them on your roof, and we go, whew, glad that's over.
Yeah, okay. What are you going to do at nighttime, idiot? Yeah. That's when you need the dogs. That's when the dogs come out to play.
Yeah, the dog's like, ooh. When you're gonna see me in my house with no electricity at nighttime, while you at your house can have the dogs out going crazy, blasting 5 TVs.
Yep, I'm gonna have all my plasma screens playing all sorts of different illegal porn. I'm gonna have
what? Oh yeah. That's right. You're allegedly not in Istanbul. I need to clarify. You keep saying illegal porn. Yes. Allegedly, you're not in Istanbul, where porn is illegal.
So, okay.
There's a huge difference between illegal porn and porn that is illegal in the area you are in.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? What's the difference?
I don't even want to talk about it. That's terrifying.
I don't understand what's so scary, dude. It's just, can I ask you a question? Have you ever committed a crime?
Let me think. I jaywalk a lot.
Okay, and that's a crime. That's a crime.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to Germany, they get pissed at you if you jaywalk. That's how they be, right?
Well, yeah. The jaywalking is just a scam from the car companies anyway. It's a scam.
It's not a scam. I'm actually okay. You know me. I am as socialist as it gets. I hate the fucking car companies. I hate lobbyists. However, I think jaywalking and the invention of that, creating that norm, had to have been done. That is a necessity, because kids didn't fucking know. Kids are conditioned from before cars to play in the middle of the street, because that was the best place to play. When you have cars, it is truly a dangerous environment for them. So the car industry did them a favor by teaching them that jaywalking was a bad thing. Really,
I just like the way that it was framed. The way that the car company went about it was historically, car accidents in the middle of the street were becoming very much more common. People were driving what were thought of to be murder machines. These beasts that were just going down the places that we just generally walk. And so when people started dying, car companies put out a bunch of propaganda posters and thoughts and commentary by saying, that's your fault. You doing the thing that you've been doing since the beginning of time, that's on you. That's your fault that you got hit by a car.
Yeah.
Like, this brand new invention that we just came out with, like, recently, you didn't know you weren't supposed to be there. That's your fault. And then I think the framing of it was just such capitalist evil. It's impressive. And the concept of, like, the word jaywalker, a J in reference to a look down upon a visual, like a bad person. And so you crossing the street there, you're a jaywalker. That's like if you were in the modern times be called like a motherfucking bitch ass loser walker. Like, you don't want to be called that. And you're like, oh shit, I don't want to be that guy. But it was just like name calling with the intention of making it so we can keep creating cars. It was necessary, but man, it was like skeevy. It's a skeevy maneuver.
I think I agree with you. The execution could have been a little bit cleaner, a little less skeevy. I also just want to put a pin in that because your new name for Jaywalker is actually great. I wish it was, what was a motherfucking
bitch ass loser walker. That's true.
So good.
Sir, I'm going to have to write you up for a motherfucking bitch ass loser ticket. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it would sound like. It's the 1920s. Like, excuse me, sir. What did you call me? It's imagine like today Tesla was like, yeah, if you get hit by a Tesla, you're a fucking idiot bitch. Like, and then you're like, that's just like, I mean, yeah, he would though. So
I guess I'm an idiot bitch then.
History repeats itself.
Yeah, like that I'm gonna avoid Teslas now. You know that the only thing that has motivated me since childhood has been calling me a bitch, right? Or calling me like
true.
a coward.
It's the only way I can get you to watch any scary movies.
Yeah, and so if you call me a bitch or whatever, if I get hit by a Tesla, guess what? I'm not going to get hit by a Tesla. That works. That's effective.
That's true. I guess it was good marketing.
In any case, we got a fun show lined up for you guys. This
oh boy, do we ever?
And your early afternoon.
Yeah, really quick. It is 2:12 p.m. out here in Texas. What time is it for you? It's leap year, by the way. Happy leap year.
Happy leap year.
Yay! What time is it for you?
We just passed 11 p.m. and I thought about making a wish, but I didn't want to interrupt the episode to do so. So I'm going a wish list tonight. So yeah.
Wow. Well, I can share my wish in 9 hours with you.
Would you mind? Really?
Yeah, I would love to. You can do half and I'll get the other half.
Okay. Yeah. Let's brainstorm half of a wish together and then actually please do it because that means a lot.
Do you want the first half or the second half?
I'll take second half.
So it's one sentence. I'm gonna do like 4 or 5 words to start, and you can do your 4 or 5 words, and we can brainstorm our wish right now.
Right here, right now. Okay.
Yeah, you ready? Get your last part of your sentence in your head, and I'm gonna say it, and I'll say mine.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, you got it locked in?
Yep.
Tonight's wish at 11 p.m. is gonna be, boy, oh boy, pretty stars. May I wish I may, way I wish I might. All I ask for in this life is
a Supreme T-shirt.
Wow, that's gonna be really good. Good.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. It's gonna be.
And
really
we don't have to worry about sharing the wish with people. You know, like the whole if someone hears your wish, it's broken clause. Yeah. This episode's gonna come out in weeks. We'll both be rocking Supreme T-shirts by then.
Right. Exactly. Well, we have one T-shirt between the two of us. I forgot to wish for 2. I should have wished for 2.
So we can cut it in half. You can get a crop top, or one of us can get the bottom part and wear it as a headband.
Nice. Like just how we wore our little baby headbands when we were babies for Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we were babies for Halloween. And let me just say, it was a beautiful time.
It was. Wow. Where's my mommy? Yeah. Okay, so episode 17. This is going to be a little bit more of like a talk show epi. And by that, I mean, we just got a lot of stuff to discuss. Some things that happened recently that we think are kind of fun, like the Super Bowl streaker or maybe the second coming of Jesus via Manta Ray.
Yeah. Now, this may be an episode that you listen to in the future and go, I already know all those stories. We're not going to be just reporting the news. We're going to be talking about our thoughts on them so we can keep it a little fresh and interesting. This is less of a segment-heavy episode and more of a, we just have a lot of thoughts, and I'm ready to spill.
Yeah, but hey, let us know if you hate our thoughts. Let us know if you want us just to do segments and say, hey, don't get out of the news segment, your territory. You're a segment podcast.
Or tell us, I hate your segments. Your segments suck. Just give me the news, baby.
Yeah, tell me what you like, and if it's not come play, I'm not going to do it.
I mean, because think about it. I was talking to my roommate, Sunny Brew. The episode that we both felt the most self-conscious of because we were mostly just talking and chit-chatting was her favorite episode so far. So, people have different strokes, different folks.
When we looked at our demographics recently, we have 69% of our podcast listeners are women, correct?
69% of our podcast listeners are women's.
which I thought that was just a very unexpected but impressive fact.
For the amount of balls and poop we got going on out here, there's a lot of ladies in the dance floor. I love it. Ladies, come on through. We're having fun. Fellas,
Ladies,
just
what are
know
you doing
you're
here?
getting outnumbered. You're getting outnumbered. If you want to get the boys over, go tell your boyfriends. All of the boys, tell all your boyfriends.
Look, the first 500 boys to listen to this podcast from this point on.
With their boyfriends?
Yeah, you guys get free colonoscopy checks by us truly. We
Wow.
And that's a true PSA, actually. Colon cancer is on the rise in males that are much younger, like from the ages of 30 up. So if you're not getting your assholes regularly poked through by your doctors, then please go get your assholes poked through.
What's different in the last bunch of years that's making this shit rise? Is it all the energy drinks we're drinking? Because they're probably bad for you.
It's got to be something like that. To be honest, I didn't read the article. I just read the headline. So just get your butt checked. That's all that matters.
I think that was just a guy who really likes checking people's butts, trying to spread some propaganda, like the cars thing.
Like maybe it's just me.
Maybe it's just butt propaganda. Either way, check your ass.
In unrelated news, I'm quitting the podcast game and I'm becoming a doctor.
Wow, and I'll be your nurse.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll do all those stuff, but you don't need that insurance stuff. And you can just pay a reasonable price.
Yeah, totally. And it might not occur in a legal clinic, but we have a really spacious van or
backyard.
Airbnb or backyard.
I'm a fan of open air surgery. I think open air surgery is a more traditional way to do it. Back in the day, they didn't have hospital rooms. They would just do it in the field. The
thing is that the issue with Western medicine is it's too sanitary. It's too. I'm trying to introduce dirt back into medicine, like they did in the good old days.
Yeah, if we would have started out dirty, we wouldn't have been so hurt by the dirt in the long run.
Exactly. Dirt is actually good for you. Dirt has because look, your whole gut biome, and this is true. This is true, by the way. Is made of bacteria and shit, right? And where do you think that bacteria comes from? Not the labs. Not sanitary saline solution. Comes from good old fashioned, good old American dirt.
Wow. Just American dirt?
Other dirt. You don't want other dirt. Other dirt's dirty.
Was dirt invented in America?
No, but we have the best dirt. That's the thing. So technically, as a doctor, I can speak towards this. Is dirt comes actually from all over the world. You can find dirt.
Really?
You'd be surprised. But it was only when they found America that they realized dirt can be good for you.
Was that before or after they invented lying?
That's a good question. I'm not a historian anymore, so you're gonna have to.
That's also a lie.
It is a lie. But what's not a lie is we got some stuff to talk about before it's too late into the episode.
We got a great episode ahead of us, folks. We got a lot of things to talk about. We got a lucky panda of the week. We got a little bit of Willy Wonka news. We got a bunch of stuff. So let's just jump right into it, shall we?
Yeah, man. So what's the deal with this panda?
Okay, so I've been thinking about pandas a lot. I've been eating Panda Express too much. I've been thinking about pandas. That panda on the logo is really cute. He's really cute.
What's your go-to Panda Express order?
Orange chicken a la carte.
Just orange chicken?
A la carte.
You don't get no fried rice. You don't get no lo mein?
Shit's stale. No main.
Why was that funny? Why that is not funny?
It's just true. Give me the box of just the chicken, and then I go home and I eat it. My favorite DoorDash snack, because you can the orange chicken stays hot for 3 hours at least, and it also is good when it's cold. So I can DoorDash have a chicken per delivery.
Your macronutrients are fascinating. You need to be studied. I would love to study. If I could choose any person that I know that I personally know to have cut open and studied when they die, I would elect you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so kind. I hope I can be in the bodies exhibit for wildest shit found in a gut.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like an army man and some crayons and
and a toe ring and
there's a toe ring in there. There's some shit, bro. That's some shit. There was what would we used to eat in college? I'm trying to remember. I used to inhale napkins. I thought that was funny.
You inhaled napkin? Actually,
yeah, there's a video. So if you take a 1-ply napkin and you just go, it you can suck it all down your throat all in one go.
Doesn't it go into your lungs?
No, if you do it wrong.
Really?
You got to have your epiglottal flap going the right way, and then you're
fine. You can control your epiglottal flap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to work on. I mean, that's a epiglottal flap control is like the first thing you learn in college.
Yeah. I must have missed that class actually.
Maybe that was an East Coast thing. You're about Western medicine.
That's true. That's true. I'm more of a yeah. Anyway,
pandas. So I've been eating Panda Express. I've been thinking about pandas, and I thought, man, pandas are rare. They don't got lots of them left. And did y'all know that previously the way you would get a panda as a country or as a territory or as an individual was it was an actual gift from China. China would gift pandas to the people as a political pawn or a reward for being supportive or friendly or whatever it may be. However, that actually has ended. Nice. We don't do panda gifts no more. China is done giving panda gifts. Panda gifts are done. So now the only way to get a panda is to lease it. China leases pandas to places like zoos and exhibits. Which is wild to me. You're not actually the owner of a panda. You lease it like a car or a house or whatever. But this then made me think, are there any pandas out there that are just truly waving the bald eagle American flag going, caw? And let me tell you, there is one in Mexico. Their name is Xin. They are the only and last free panda not owned by China. Xin is a panda in the Mexico City Zoo or Animal Conservatory. I'm not sure the difference. I just know that they're in Mexico City. I'm honest with you. And they were born in captivity from previous gift pandas. So it is the last panda not fully leased out or licensed by China. Now, what's cool about this is they're still trying to make more pandas with Xin. So if Xin makes another baby, will we have more free pandas? Currently, they're trying to link up Ling Ling with Xin, and they're going to make a baby. They're trying real hard. They're artificially inseminating Xin with Ling Ling's juices, and it's exciting. We're going to have to keep up. If Xin gets pregnant, we will be first to let you know. We're not doing a lot of news around here, but if Xin gets pregnant, you'll know. It's not going to be immaculate conception like that Manta Ray, but we'll let you know. And anyways, if your name is Xin or potential father Ling
or Ling,
you're the lucky panda of the week.
Now, I have questions, man.
Yeah, me too.
So why can't they just put Ling together with Xin, put on some R&B, put on some Marvin Gaye, and let them get it the fuck on? Why are they taking Ling's juices and then transporting them to Xin and then putting them in? Also, whose job is that? Who's qualified to artificially inseminate Xin? To me, there's not enough God involved in this program. I think these scientists need a little bit more God and a little bit less of this. Oh, we're gonna jack off a panda and then transport it to this other panda and then put it inside of its little panda vagina so that we make more pandas that are not owned by China.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, pandas aren't horny. Their libido is extremely low to the point where I've heard reports that they actually will put on panda porn for the animals to try to get them into a ooh, I'm getting in the mood.
Yeah,
but it's so hard to get these fellas jazzed up that they're just not thinking about boinking. All they want to do is eat bamboo shoots and leaves and go have a nice day and sleep.
Yeah, they are dumb animals. They do not deserve to exist.
They're just cute. If pandas weren't cute, they'd be dead by now. I think that's a fact.
Okay. Follow-up question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to take the entire animal kingdom, excluding great apes, that includes humans, what animal porn would get you off the best?
Wow. Can I include Pokemon?
No, animals. Real world animals.
Pokemon are animals. Okay. Animals. Wow, what a question. I was thinking about, my brain went to fish.
Okay. Like dolphins?
I think dolphins would like me more than I like them.
Mm-hmm. That's probably true.
That's the issue. Dolphins are a little freaky.
They're freaky. We've talked about that.
Yeah. Birds are they're too up high, but I think they're committed. You know how eagles, when they have sex, they'll fly up really, really, really high and then just start free falling while they mate. And if they don't finish, they'll just crash to their death.
Yeah. I mean, that's Darwinism.
That's admirable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go bald eagle. I'm gonna fuck the bald eagle.
Okay. No, you don't have to fuck it. You don't have to fuck it.
Oh.
You're just watching it while you touch yourself.
Well, I just think it's so cool that like they could die. It's like so exciting.
That is, yeah. So you're a risky guy.
Yeah. What's your animal? What's your animal porn? Also, is animal porn's illegal, right? Unless it's on the History Channel or Discovery Channel. It's not porn, it's educational.
Yeah, that's a great question. Like, what constitutes porn? Like, if it's...
I think it's porn if you as a human interfere and are like, all right, you guys fucking get it on, come on. But if you're like out in the fields and you're like freaky perv style, just filming the fellas from a distance, that's like educational? I'm confused.
But all of a sudden, if I film other people having sex, that's voyeurism, and that's also
it's
not okay?
illegal because we're excluding the great apes, as you said.
Right, you're right. I forgot about that rule.
I didn't know the term the great apes. I think we're pretty great. That's really nice.
I think we are great apes, though. I think that's what we are.
Grade A apes.
For longtime listeners, you may recall one of our softcore play at homes involved writhing around with a snake costume guy.
Yeah, I think it was crocodile versus python sex.
Right. And I think ever since then, it's sort of like, when you discover something about yourself after bearing witness to something traumatic.
You just liked that. That's the video you're watching?
Yeah, but so real apes. Or, I'm sorry, real snakes.
But real snakes doinking.
Yeah, I want, because I was recently watching this video. Did you know not boinking, but they discovered that the giant anacondas in like the Brazilian rainforest, that for forever scientists have assumed that there's only one species of them, and there's actually two, but they look similar. So they discovered another one, but it's basically just based off of DNA differences. They tested their DNA and they were like, wait, this is a different species.
Damn, they're like you are not the python we thought you were.
Yeah, and then it went.
Sick. And he starts going, ah! Someone takes his shirt off. It's crazy.
Yeah, but okay. So anyway, so Xin, you are trying to get impregnated by Ling Ling. That's correct, right?
Good luck on your insemination.
Yeah. Good luck. You're the lucky panda of the week.
Yes.
And speaking of lucky pandas of the week, there were some unlucky kids this week.
Oh, yeah.
They happened to try to go to a Willy Wonka style experience over in our neighbor's land, Scotland.
Glasgow. Yeah, it's pretty freaking wild. Long story short, Willy Wonka Experience. Who wants to go? Who wants to go? Me. I love Willy Wonka. I saw the Willy Wonka Tim Burton one fucking like too many times. I saw it in theaters like 4 times. I was Willy Wonka for Halloween in 6th grade. I was obsessed.
Have you seen the recent like Timothy Chalamet?
I'm terrified. I can't tell if it's going to be awesome or if it's going to be cringe as fuck. I don't think the trailers do it any service. I've heard good things, but the trailers just turned me off so fucking hard. I feel like how people were mad at me when I was enjoying the Tim Burton one because it's not Gene Wilder. It's not Gene Wilder. This one's bad.
Yeah,
it's too wacky and zany. And I get it. I
every
totally
Joker
get it.
That's not Heath Ledger, it was like gets shit now. It's the same thing, but
I get it. And like, listen, if your preference for Willy Wonka is Gene Wilder, fuck yeah, that one's amazing. I think it's so good, absolutely incredible. It has its merits. It's one of the best of the best of the best. But I can also like the Tim Burton one because I think it's fun too. The thing is, long story short, Willy Wonka. He had an experience in Glasgow. Now, it is not a commercially licensed experience. This is a story that happened just recently, February 2024. One person who decided to run a entertainment group opened a venue in which he was going to have a Willy Wonka experience for the people. They used advertising that showed extravagant colors and candies and factories and whatnot, all later to be found out to be fully AI-generated imagery.
Hilarious.
And long story short, he got a bunch of people to buy tickets to this Willy Wonka experience, a little pop-up venue. When people got there, it was not anywhere close to what the AI thing looked like. It was, in fact, desperately sad. It had maybe 4 or 5 prop pieces, some knockoff Oompa Loompas, last-second hires, a script that was also written by AI that clearly did not understand what Willy Wonka was. And the children received a small amount of jelly beans and a 1/4 cup of lemonade. Long story short, it was such a bad experience that it led many parents to, in fact, call the police to report they had been scammed. Imagine going to an event so bad, you're like, yeah, I'm going to have to call the big boys on this one. It was rough. It was rough.
Yeah. No, we actually watched a quick video breakdown of what this place looked like before this episode, and it is abysmal. So
it's sad.
Picture that you've been led to believe that this is a fairy tale magical event for you and your child. You show up. It's essentially an empty looking warehouse sort of scenario. There is a picture of what looks like a Wonderland sort of lazily printed out and put just directly onto the wall.
Like on a bed sheet, duct taped up.
Yeah, there's so the lemonade table, I want to highlight that. It's literally, it looks okay. It's a plain
it's abysmal
plain table with clear plastic cups on it that are filled maybe a shot's worth of lemonade each.
Yeah.
And that's what gets me is it's almost like they were trying to make this look like a scene from the USSR. This is lemonade is not expensive.
Oh, you saying they're taking shots?
Yeah, absolutely.
It did look like vodka. I looked at that table and I was like, those better be shots for the size of pores. That's desperately sad.
They hired actors to play whatever various roles in this scenario.
Oompa Loompas, the man in the wall.
But the AI had created a character.
New characters.
Mr. Unknown. And Mr. Unknown was this actor that was wearing like a ghoul outfit that was hiding behind a mirror.
Scary.
And legitimately was like probably an experienced scare actor because they were twitching their head, popping out from behind the mirror in front of this kid, making them bawl their eyes out. Like it was a truly frightening experience to watch for us.
Yeah, it was just an amazing thing to see the AI script that was written for this experience just create its own characters. And this guy was known as the man who is unknown, and he lives in the walls. And this man pops out of the wall like, these kids are just fucking screaming.
Yeah.
And man, that shit's crazy. I wish I would have gone. I would have called the cops to say, y'all gotta come over. This shit's sick.
Their issue was they should have marketed it towards adults, and in particular adults that understand the shittier qualities of life. I think there are two types of adults. There are adults that need things to be nice and pretty and good, and then there are adults that can understand the rusty side of things. And this event, it's like the Children's Fire Fest. It's like, I think, and again, we would have loved Fire Fest.
Yeah, well. I would have had we would have been fucking laughing our ass off. They just keep inviting the wrong people to these things. Stop inviting dumbass rich people who have high expectations and invite two podcasters who are just getting drunk talking to each other.
Speaking of that, I'm drinking whiskey tonight, so cheers.
Nice. It's noon for me, or it's 2:00. I got a DoorDash today. I have 3 more deliveries to do to hit my 100 deliveries this month. Total quota goal.
Wow. What happens when you hit 100?
If you hit 100, you get preferred driver, and then you can you get like better opportunities and payouts and shit. So if I get 3 deliveries today, it's the last day of the month, I get a preferred driver. Ooh la la! I will be at the top of the top of the top. Chat, I have ascended. I was a 2-star driver. I'll probably let you know I'm 4.75 stars now, and I am climbing to the actual top ranks. By tomorrow, mark your calendar. I will be the top of the top at DoorDash, and then I can tell you if this shit's actually worth it or not.
Man, ever since you've become the top of DoorDash, you're just different, bro. Like,
yeah, I drive worse. I drive like a taxi driver. It's bad.
Yeah, I miss the old Austin, man. I miss like the grassroots, the Bernie Sanders Austin. Like,
dude, back in the day, I used to get the food delivered to me, and now I'm the boy delivering. Shit's changed. I've been delivering car parts. It's getting crazy.
Hey, man, you know what else is crazy?
What else crazy?
Urban Dictionary words.
Let's play a game. Let's play a game, a segment game.
Yeah, so I think we've only done this one other time, if I'm not mistaken. But
Urban Dictionary Etymology Time.
It's time for a segment. Urban Dictionary Etymology Time.
Let's run it.
Urban Dictionary Etymology Time.
Nice.
I have 3 Urban Dictionary words that I have selected that I'm going to say the word itself of to Austin. He's going to try to guess what the definition is, and then I'll proudly correct him because he's going to be wrong.
Really wrong.
So you ready to get started?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, first word is hush mode. What is hush mode?
Oh, that's when you're in the movie theater and they're like, turn off your cell phones.
You want to try one more time?
That's what I prefer people would do on an airplane rather than taking calls as soon as you land. It drives me fucking crazy when you're on an airplane and you land and they're like, yeah, I'm on the airplane. Yeah, I just landed. Drives me fucking nuts. I'd rather put that man in hush mode.
You know what yucks my fucking yum is when people don't go on airplane mode. When people will text me while they're still on the plane, like when they're in the air. Actually
drives you nuts?
Do you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that is actually so fucked. Don't do that.
Why?
Dude, I'm mad at you, bro.
Why?
Because that's the whole point of airplane mode. Because if everybody does it, because it interferes with the airplane shit.
I don't think it does.
Well, then why do they make airplane mode, dog?
So you're aware and alert in case there's an emergency.
You literally sound like a boomer who doesn't recycle because it doesn't actually do anything.
But that's also like the facts. They're just trying to make sure you're aware and alert and all that shit. That's why you're not supposed to like be doing things. That's why they turn off the movies when you're during takeoff and landing. Specifically, like they could keep the movie on while you're landing, but if they have a movie on while you're landing, if they crash, you're not aware and alert.
No way. Yeah. Where are you getting your information, dude?
My dad's a pilot.
Nah, man. I'm gonna look it up. But we can move on. But okay, so hush mode.
Yeah.
So hush mode. No, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck you. I'm gonna look it up right now.
I could be wrong.
Mode worth it.
No.
Enabling airplane mode is a great way of limiting cellular data. Wait.
Yeah, it's just like they call it airplane mode, not because of actual interactions with an airplane, but because that was the one place where it was normalized to turn off all your data previously.
Hold on. It says, not all phones have been tested to FAA standards because doing the test would be expensive. So airplane mode is a cheaper way for phone manufacturers to not have to deal with that problem. Older devices absolutely need to be shut off / put in airplane mode, especially on older planes.
Yeah, if you got a Nokia brick in your pocket, yeah, I get it. You can turn that shit off. Or if you got yourself like a fucking BlackBerry. I mean, yeah. But listen, if my Android green text is going to crash this plane, we have a problem.
No, yeah, we have a problem, and it's you for not fucking listening to every social norm that tells you. Here's the thing: social norms oftentimes don't come out of nowhere. It's because people breach safety protocol, and then you need to make these tighter regulations so that you don't kill people, so you don't crash planes because you're trying to sext in the air, bro.
So I want to point out, it says, do phones actually affect planes? It says, theoretically, active radio transmitters like mobile phones, walkie-talkies, and wireless computers, peripherals, may interfere with the aircraft. And I would like to highlight two very important words, may and theoretically.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a theory.
What about those words make you think that it's okay to endanger people's lives because it only may happen? Here's the thing. Let me ask you in all seriousness, bro. If I was like, okay, you're chilling at home, and you could push a button and it may save 100 people's lives. Do you push that button?
Has it statistically ever shown that if I don't push that button, anything will ever happen?
You are such a cock, bro. Let's move on.
Because here's the issue is, has any plane ever crashed because someone's like, I gotta play Snake?
I don't know, but maybe at least planes have almost crashed because the radio transmissions weren't able to get through because someone was trying to play Snake, bro. Is it worth it? I'm just saying, is it worth it?
Texting.
Don't look it up, dude. Let's move on.
Airplanes will not crash because of cell phone usage.
You're such a cock.
It may cause interference in communication.
Exactly. Crashing isn't the only problem that you have on a plane. There's a lot of
to be a minor inconvenience. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay. No, all right. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna think about it next time. I might turn my shit off.
I can't believe that you don't, bro. That's like people who don't return their grocery carts at the grocery store. Like,
they're such different things because I return my cart religiously. It shows what type of person you are.
That literally same thing. It's social obligations. If you're failing to do to perform this small sacrifice for the greater good, then you don't belong in it sends you to the wolves, bro.
I feel like it's the same type of sacrifice you're making when you gotta take your hat off during the national anthem. Like you're not really doing anything. You're kind of virtue signaling, like, oh, I'm a part of the greater collective community. Like, it's like, is it really going to change the way the song's sung? Is it going to change the way that the airplane flows through the sky? I sure hope not.
All right. Anyway, hush mode. So, hush mode is to be in a state of quietness because of being clowned on.
Damn, I've been there. That's me in my chat when they're being really mean. I just stop talking.
That's me when you say that no one's ever crashed because of airplane mode, because I thought that was a real issue.
That's literally, this doesn't happen. It's so funny.
I love every single flight I've ever been on, I religiously go on airplane mode, and I'm like, I'm doing my part.
I'm flying this plane right here in my pocket. I'm gonna keep this shit. Don't worry about it, everybody. I got this thing. I'm gonna keep this thing in the sky.
Real Patriot sitting here, coming through on seat 23C.
That's me. Ready for service. Turn your shit off. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. Anyway, today I learned. All right, next word. You ready?
Yeah. That was sick.
I just dropped my pen.
That's sick. Right. I'm gonna drop my pen.
Yo, hit a quick blinkerton for this one. This word is whisper nest. What is a whisper nest?
Whispering in your ass?
Whisper nest.
Whisper nest. Ooh, that's what I call my bed after a good boning. It becomes the whisper nest. We start saying nice things into each other's ears. We say, "Wow, you sure were great at that," and I have a lot of respect and admiration for your abilities and know-how.
See, that's why you never fuck twice. Is that if that's your strategy, then I understand.
Well, the whisper nest is a crucial part of post bone.
You
gotta surround yourself by squishmallows and just say like, "You did such a good job."
Yeah, never. I haven't tried that, to be honest. Maybe
that's the issue. That's why you fuck more than twice.
Yeah, I should fuck less.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if you only do it one time, it really counts.
You're right. It's sort of like if you see the Aurora Borealis every single day, it's not special.
Who cares?
But if you visit Alaska one time and you see it on that cruise that you paid $3,000 for and committed so much carbon emissions for, then that is special.
I like sitting in the hot tub while watching the glaciers melt.
Yeah. Okay, you're close. That whisper nest does have to do with the bed. Do you want to take one more guess?
The whisper nest is it's when you're under the covers, blowing air into each other's buttholes. That's what Urban Dictionary would say, something along those lines.
You're so close.
You're like whispering secrets into each other's assholes.
Incredibly close.
That's the most Urban Dictionary possible.
Yeah. Okay. So the definition is two butts in a bed under the covers farting silently.
Wow, that's at each other or just in general?
Two butts in a bed under the covers farting silently. That's a whisper nest.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love etymology.
It makes you think, how many whisper nests have you partaken in? And
all of them.
For me, the answer is probably a lot, at least a dozen.
All of them. Everyone.
Yeah. And the third word is cobbing.
Cobbing?
And this is...
that's easy.
Can I preface this?
Yeah, I already got this one, but yeah.
Okay, this is just by far my favorite word and definitely going to become a part of my lingo. And also, I'm starting to feel quite drunk. So for the rest of the episode, I'm not responsible for anything I say or do, but also my sincere apologies. All right, what is cobbing?
I love it. Cobbing, this one's easy. It's when you got the penis and you're not going at it this way, classic like in and out side. You're just eating it side to side like corn on the cob. It's sucking a dick sideways.
Side suck.
Side suck.
Yeah, really, really, really good guess. Like, easy. I almost like that guess more than the real thing.
It's that, or when you're eating corn on the cob and you've decided, I'm so fucking sick and tired of eating this horizontal hot dog style. You can just go ahead and turn that shit, make it cylindrical, and you can just eat that corn the long ways. And then you can cob it.
Can I get your best deep throat impression?
It's like let me put something in my mouth. What do I have? I have this chopstick.
No, I need something bigger.
I have this stapler.
Give some girth to that throat.
I got this knife.
All right, put it in.
It's all gone.
That's making me nervous, bro. It's too deep. Stop.
That was cool. I've never put a pocket knife in my mouth before.
I didn't hear you gluck gluck though.
That's because I don't make noises. I know how to control my epiglottal flap.
Oh, you got a silencer on that shit.
Yeah, I'm more of like a whisper nest kind of player. I like the whisper dome.
See, my throat is on 11. My throat is noisy. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah, because I think
you can feel the reverberation. It's like when you a firework goes boom, and you can feel the echo in your chest.
Yeah, you feel my deep throat in your chest.
See, you're like starting up a Ford F-150, and I'm like starting up a Prius.
You're a Tesla, and yeah, I am a tank.
You can't hear me coming, but you know when you're coming.
Absolutely. Well, you know when someone else is coming in my throat.
Yeah, my Prius got to artificially make noises so people know that I'm around.
Yeah,
like,
right. Right. You play a song when you're deep throating that goes. Yeah. Anyway, so cobbing.
So cobbing is when you put the whole corn of the cob in your mouth.
The definition is the male version of vabbing. Do you know what vabbing is?
Vabbing? That sounds like you're like vaping a vagina. Like you're like you hit a blinker off the pussy.
Kind of close, yeah. So vabbing is when women will basically like dip their pussy juices like with their fingers onto their like necks as like a cologne, God,
like a perfume.
As a perfume. And that gives off pheromones so that they can attract partners.
Oh,
what?
That's weird.
I think that's actually kind of tight. You don't like that?
That's so fucking freaky.
Chances are you've been a victim of vabbing. Chances are your current girl, whoever your current girl is, you're together because you vabbed.
No.
Guaranteed.
Say it ain't so.
Ask her.
Like, what are you doing? That's like if I like grabbed my balls and twisted it around on them like a light bulb to like ball sweat.
That's cobbing.
Oh, you turn your penis into a corn on the cob and you get the juices.
Yeah, so cobbing.
And you put it on your nose.
The definition is when a guy wants to attract partners but wants to go au natural or has no money, they will take a bit of their pre-cum and use it like a cologne. This uses their natural This uses their natural pheromones to attract a sexual partner.
Please no, Lord, don't let this be.
Example sentence is, heading to the bar tonight to hook up, but I'm broke, so I did a little cobbing before I went.
We're going to go to Mars and we're going to start a whole new dictionary, and that's not going to be in it.
I'm all about this. I support this wholeheartedly, bro. I think vabbing and cobbing are 2024. It's in.
Anyone who does that is not allowed on the ship.
Bro, I'm going to cobb next time I see you.
Damn. And I'm going to be like, wow, you really got like an extra aura today. I know what it is about you, but like you're shining. You're
I'd be like, yeah, I've been cobbing, man.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm more of like a just put some icy hot on my balls kind of guy, and just call it a day.
Yeah. Well, you know, to each their own.
Yeah.
To summarize for this segment, we have hush mode, which is to be in a state of quietness because of being clowned on. We have whisper nest, which is when two butts in a bed under the covers are farting silently. And finally, my personal favorite, cobbing, is when you basically dab some pre-cum on you like cologne to attract women or professional partners, whoever they are.
Damn, that's just lovely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So thanks for playing.
Yeah, thanks for teaching me stuff.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was terrifying. I feel like my brain turned off. I just can't scared. I'm just scared. I'm afraid of humans. I don't trust anyone. I'm staying inside all month.
You're being dramatic.
No, you're right. You're right.
Hey, you got some time to turn your brain back on because I gotta take a pee, bro.
Oh, I gotta pee so bad. I'm gonna go pissab. It's when you pee on your hands and then rub it all over your face.
The boys are taking a pee break. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
What are you snacking on?
Sunflower seeds.
Oh, I love sun. Are you eating the shells too?
No, man. I ain't no weirdo.
I used to eat the shells.
You really?
Yeah, when I was younger.
There's no way that's good for you.
Well, it was convenient because I wanted to eat them in the car.
Yeah.
And I couldn't spit them out the window because I was a child. So I'd try eating myself to just eat the shells.
You're telling me that child Austin didn't know that you could just put the shells in any trash receptacle?
You think Child Austin was less messy than I am right now?
That's a really good point. I take everything I said back.
The car would have been a fucking Western restaurant with peanut shells all over the floor. It would have been ruined for them. And I was such a mess that I tried to figure if I could turn this mess inward.
Yeah, you know what? Fair. I was recently describing when we went on our road trip, which is me, you, and our other best friend Ryan.
Yes.
And we drove around the United States for like a whole month, and I was describing the state of the car that we drove in at the end of that month as
I can smell it now.
Swampy. It was.
I can smell it.
Yeah, everything was wet. The floor seats, the center console, it was like you entered and it was like it stung your nose.
It was a little like it was a stiff wetness.
It was like it is actually a little bit haunting. It's like when you smell death for the first time, like a dead animal or something, and it's like
a cadaver.
Yeah, a cadaver. It was sort of that sort of pungent. It sticks with you in a really bad way, like visceral. So anyway, how was your pee?
It was great. I felt great about it. It was solid. I didn't have enough to pee because I'm not drinking enough water. So
yeah,
I got to work on that. I got to get some juice in.
Do you have? No, don't drink your energy drink after saying that. Do you have water?
Somewhere.
Go get some water, man.
Where is it? I have one. Ugh. Drinking water is so tiring and boring.
I don't put some lemon in it, put some cucumber in it, whatever you need to make it more interesting. Like really, I'm worried about you. Drink water. Don't just grunt. Hey, so I was recently talking to somebody about drinking breast milk. And basically, it's
you can't say that while I'm sucking on my water nipple. That's like, maybe that makes the water better. Keep going.
That's what reminded me. Yeah. Okay. So you're sucking on a big booby, a nice soft booby water.
I'm out of water.
Wait, milk is just boob water.
Wow. Boob water.
Do you know who Sisyphus is?
Sisyphus?
Yeah.
That's like my fighting name.
It is. It's a good.
Get on over here, Sisyphus. That's what they call me at the bars around here in Texas.
It's a Greek god, not a god, but a Greek figure who was given the duty of rolling a boulder up a hill for eternity. And so there's a saying that goes along with Sisyphus, and that corresponds to a little segment that I wanted to talk about for this episode.
Ooh, fun.
This is the educational portion.
Ooh, learning.
All you students, ears perk up.
Take notes.
Start to pay attention. So this segment, I titled it Cocktail Party Time.
That's sick.
Really, it's fuel for whenever you're at a cocktail party and you want to say something interesting.
That's my my notes section when I'm thinking about ideas for the podcast. It's all not that smart, but it feels pretty good. Silly.
Exactly. Yeah. I just want to give quick credit where credit is due. I'm going to be reading primarily from Mimi Sawhney's blog. This is MIMISAWHNEY.com. We'll start with the Sisyphean task because we're talking about Sisyphus. Why is that funny?
Sisyphean.
What do you think a Sisyphean task is?
When you gotta roll your ball up the hill forever and ever. It's a task that never ends, like drinking water.
Yeah. Exactly. That's right. It's
having to brush your teeth twice a day. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's Sisyphean as hell.
Just why would they make us do it? Oh, the morning and the nighttime.
Yeah, it feels pointless. It doesn't feel like it's rewarding. That is exactly what a Sisyphean task is.
Yeah.
And for those who aren't familiar with the Greek origins, this comes from the mythology of a king, which is the king of Ephyra. His name was Sisyphus. And basically, he was always offending the gods with tricks that he would do. He would cheat death, etc., etc.
Like you.
Yeah, exactly like me. And he was one day punished by Pluto. And he was sent to the
Mickey Mouse's dog?
What, is that Sisyphus?
Pluto, Mickey Mouse's dog came through with the punishment. He's like, he's fucking talked for the first time. He's like, listen here, you silly ass motherfucker. He's like, oh, am I a jaywalker? No, dude, Pluto. That's cool. Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
So Pluto punished Sisyphus, this king, and he's like, all right, for the rest of eternity, you got to roll this boulder up to the top of the hill. But the unfortunate caveat is that it's going to roll down the other side of the hill when he gets to the top. So you just got to keep getting that shit up there forever.
You ever think he gets it balanced perfectly at the top, like for like a second, and he feels like really good?
I hope so for his sake. But that's what life feels like sometimes. That's what drinking water is. That's what brushing your teeth is like. All the kind of mundane things that keep you functioning. We got another figure of speech here, and that's cutting the Gordian knot. What do you think that means?
Cutting your Gordian knot?
Yeah.
When I think gourd, I think pumpkins, but I'm not thinking pumpkins here. Gordian knot, that sounds more surgical. This sounds like, I don't know, dude. Cutting off your roots to your previous life.
So where this actually comes from is Alexander the Great.
How great is he?
Well, he was one of the greatest conquerors the world has ever known. He, at one point, was marching across Anatolia. And this is in 333 BCE. So
that's cool.
Cool number. And he comes across a city that's called Gordium. And so in Gordium, there is this ancient chariot. There's a super, super old chariot, and it's tied with a knot at its yoke, right? So that the end of the chariot has a big, complex knot. There was basically this ancient rumor attached to this knot that said that anyone who could untie it would become the ruler of Asia.
Wow, like a sword in the stone.
Yeah, exactly like that. So basically forever, like no one's ever able to untie this knot. It's super complicated. And Alexander rolls through this beautiful, strong genius of a military ruler. And he sees the knot and he just takes his sword out and he cuts through it.
Damn.
And it drops to the floor. And everyone is like, yo, everyone applauds. Everyone's like, I can't believe that you just did that shit. And that's where we get this term called cutting the Gordian knot.
Wait, so does he get to be the leader of the whole thing, or is he a cheater?
Yeah, spoiler alert, he did it.
I was expecting some, like, all those stories are like, oh, but you didn't obey the secret rules. You have now been cursed to eternity of rolling a rock uphill or some shit. Like, that's usually what happens when you don't follow those instructions, like, dead word for word.
Yeah, in this case,
still gets, the guy cheated.
The meaning of the term or phrase is exactly that. So it means to solve a very complex or involved problem with a bold and swift action.
Wow.
And that's what he did.
That's cool. That's really cool.
He also, just a tangential fun fact, he died at the age of 32. And, colon cancer is really rising in males at the age 30 and up. So
really? You're telling me I'm 30 and up. You're 29, right?
Yeah, I'm 29.
So I could have it, but you don't. Haha.
Damn.
Haha. Catch up, loser.
Anyway, there's a third thing here that's called the Sword of Damocles. The Sword of Damocles means that while a rich and powerful person enjoys all the benefits and riches that come with being in that position, they also have to deal with the threats that come along with it and live in fear because of those threats.
Like when you're a streamer and you're afraid of getting swatted?
Literally, yes, exactly that.
Wow.
Yeah. So XQC has to live with the Sword of Damocles. Basically,
he has night terrors about it.
The burden of privilege.
He has like recorded, documented night terrors about it. It's like bad.
This term, it originates from a story by Cicero. So there was this king. He was a tyrant of Syracuse. His name was Dionysius. And he had basically like a jester, like a courtier. His name was Damocles, right?
Damn.
And Damocles, his entire job was to just compliment Dionysius. He was just be like, yo, you looking yoked today. You got a big piece.
You looking hot.
You look cute.
Nice hog.
And so one day, though, this court jester, Damocles, he was like, yo, I'm like really jealous of all your riches. And like, I wish I could experience like that sort of power. And so Dionysius said, you know what? All right, I'm going to give you this power. And so Dionysius gave Damocles the throne. But at the same time, he tied a sword above his head with a horsehair. And so
classic.
the entire time, what is his name? Fucking Damocles was trying to enjoy all the fruits of power, but he couldn't enjoy anything because the whole time there was a sword above his head that could fall at any point in time.
That's a beautiful metaphor. Sometimes life really do be feeling like that.
Dude, Cicero like killed that shit. That's
just crazy. Good analogy. Crazy mind game. It's like almost like a saw experiment. Do you really appreciate your life? Do you want to play a game?
Yeah,
it's like fucking classic.
No one is free from any like all burdens. Like no matter who you are, you have your stresses, you have your issues. You know what I mean?
We all have our problems in this life.
Yeah, but that's the Sword of Damocles.
Damn. That's crazy. That's good. I like that. That's a good visual. That's a good metaphor.
The next time you're at a cocktail party or you just want to impress some homies, you could talk about the Sword of Damocles. You could talk about the cutting of the Gordian knot, and you could talk about a Sisyphean task.
Yo, what kind of party are we at where you're like, hey guys, what's your name? You guys want to hear about the Sword of Damocles?
What party are you going to where you can't talk about that?
True. That's true. That's a good point. Are you also telling them about colon cancer at these parties? Is that a part of the lineup?
I think it's my duty now to inform any male that I meet that's approximately age 30 and up.
Okay. Well, that's me. So I can't wait to go to a party. Can you tell me every party for the rest of my life to check my butt? Because I think that's probably smart.
Can I be honest with you, dude?
What?
Maybe this is the whiskey talking, but I would love to finger your butt hole.
Wow, that's so cool. Medically or for activity?
Yeah, to see what I see, to
see the sights,
to see the sights.
Visitors experience, like a touristy stay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you wouldn't do mine?
I just thought that was assumed that this was a reciprocal thing. You can't play tennis by yourself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw my fucking ball against the wall.
Yeah, there's no way. If you're going to be throwing a baseball, you got to have someone to catch it and to throw it right back to you. So, yeah, I thought that was assumed like a game of Frisbee.
All right, cool, man. We could do it at the same time.
Wow, like I was going to say, what's it? A hush puppy? Hush
mode.
Cake? Hush mode?
Yeah,
we could do it quietly or we could do it loudly.
Man, there's nothing better than just completely silently mutually fingering your homie's asshole to check for colon cancer.
That's just great.
We're just trying to promote good colon health here, guys. And what goes along with that, in all seriousness, is masturbation. And this is a PSA. Check your homie's colons and also make sure you're fucking moving your monkey.
Well, don't make it dance a little so you don't get sick.
Yeah, no, it really helps. It seriously, like check the science papers, bro. It helps.
You just gotta do it for medical purposes.
For whatever purposes, it's a good thing.
Yeah, you can stay safe out there, y'all.
Yeah, but all right, we got one more talking point, and then we can wrap this happy. What's that? We got to talk about Super Bowl.
All right, we got one more thing to talk about before we wrap it up today. I want to talk about a wild thing that happened at this year's Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was like weeks and weeks and weeks ago, but I just found out about this story. Did y'all hear about the person who wanted to place a bet on the Super Bowl for if there would be a streaker during the game? Now, get this. They were going to put down an insane amount of money and then be the streaker themselves. Just go cash in. As long as you just go jump on the field really quick, you pay your bail, you get your trespassing fine, whatever it is, you can still make a lot of money there. So an individual decided to do exactly this. They had told a bunch of people they're going to be the streaker. They had hyped themselves up. They got it really pumped up and ready to go, only to find out that that type of bet actually doesn't exist on sportsbooks. But they were so far deep in the concept and idea that they said, you know what, balls to the wall, I'm committed. And they decided to do it. They went with themselves and a friend to the Super Bowl. Front row Super Bowl tickets cost them $42,000 in total for 2 tickets. They bought them the day before. The day of, they went to a Dick's Sporting Goods to buy cleats so they can have better traction on the field. They made it to the arena. They watched the game. They scoped it out. They got it all ready. And just for the sake of the culture, the man's jumped on the field. Original intention to make a lot of money off of bet. Once finding out that bet does not exist, he said, I still got to do it. And he did it. He did it. And he got arrested. He got trespassing. He got some other misdemeanor nonsense. Spent the night in jail. But now he's out. He's free. He's telling a story. And that shit's nuts, dude. I heard this story originally and thought, wow, that's crazy that he placed the bet on himself and did all this. But then after doing a bunch of research, to find out he didn't place the bet and still went through with it is something else.
I thought his homies did place the bets. It just wasn't an official wager. Like I think because so important fine details to come over is that he was in Vegas and he went to a UFC game right before the Super Bowl, and he met some famous people, including Dr. Phil.
It was Dr. Phil, the Nelk Boys, and fucking Danny Duncan,
whoever that is, and he said, hey, I'm going to go streak in the Super Bowl, so you guys should play some bets. And so they pulled strings to be able to, I think, place bets with some bookies, some like shady bookies on it. Man. But also, and maybe this is just pure hearsay, but I heard that he's in a legal battle with sports books because he did bet on himself as well. And that the sports books were saying, hey, this is not kosher because you can't influence your own bet.
And that's what actually drew me to this subject in the first place, was the concept of influencing a bet that you place yourself. And whether or not these bets actually went through, what a wild concept to like look on a sports page and be like, will there be a streaker, and think, I could do that. That's genius, kind of genius. And I kind of love it.
Yeah, but it's genius, but it's also the inevitable outcome. If you're going to give somebody the option of placing bets on themselves, and all they have to do is something within their own sphere of influence. Like they can do it themselves. Of course, they're going to do it. Like I think about this every time that I look at Super Bowl prop bets. I'm like, okay, the Gatorade color, like I could probably like find that out. Like, or the performer's sunglasses. Like if I knew Usher, I would know what sunglasses they're going to wear. Like shit like that is so gameable. You could easily game the system if you just have a little bit of inside information. But if you could yourself be the streaker, yeah, bro, of course, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it's easy. So now I'm just saying, we got to find our bet where we could make $1 bazillion.
I mean, I think next Super Bowl, we're going to buy the $42,000 tickets. And I don't want to give a spoiler, but you might see some nuts.
I hope so. This person didn't actually, the other argument came down to it was this actually a streaker, as there was no nudity? He took his shirt off, but he had his pants on. So therefore, is a streaker if they're half clothed?
That's a really good question.
And that was like, that wasn't defined in the bet as well. So like actual controversy upon like a bet like that, was that a streaker?
What constitutes a wardrobe malfunction? When you're betting on a wardrobe malfunction, like what is that? Like a shoelace is untied?
Yeah, and like straight up. What if my necklace falls off?
So arguable.
Interesting. It seems to me like this whole gambling thing is kind of shady.
No.
I'm starting to get suspicious. It's like they're trying to scam us out of our money.
No.
So you're telling me when I bet 2 years ago on Tom Cruise jumping through the arena's roof via skydiving, I put $3 on that. I would have made $15,000 or some shit. You're telling me that wasn't a scam?
No, it's not.
All he had to do was hand the first game ball to the referee after jumping out of a helicopter, and I would have been rich.
To wrap up the epi, we have our reviewer of the week.
Oh, yes. Coming from iTunes. This is an iTunes 5-star review. Thank you for the 5 stars. And it comes from a good friend of the podcast, Gubera.
Shout out.
Love Gubera. And Gubera says this. Do you want to read it or should I read it?
Let's do it together at the exact same time.
Okay. Almost too funny. I love this podcast. I always learn so much. Every week I try to listen to this at the gym. But I have to stop because I literally laugh out loud. Thank you so much. I know Gubera is currently in competition with our other friend, Foxtrot. They're trying to get the best ass of the year.
Ooh, that's an impossible game.
You got it. I think they're both going to win. At the end of the day, they're both going to win because they're going to have cakes. Shout out to my friends. I want all my friends to have couch cushions. It'd be cool.
You know when you see all your friends' asses and you're just like, well, I just can't eat all of these,
Yeah,
but I wish I could.
that's so true.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks, Gubera.
Shout out to Gubera. Thank you for the review. And chat, if you want to be the reviewer of the week, jump on our iTunes, Spotify, whatever platform you listen on, or Patreon. Leave comments there. We have a Patreon at this point, I think, hopefully. Thanks for listening to the last two Brain Cells. It was a very fun episode. This was really a little bit of a wild one. We talked about a lot of things. We did a lot of things. And I'm excited for the next one already, dude.
The next episode, when our podcast turns 18.
Wow, we can vote. Our podcast can vote next
It can
episode.
buy porn.
Wow, legal porn.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That's so exciting.
But for now, we have an equally exciting outro for everybody. This is another experimental one. Do you want to describe this one?
I don't even know what we're doing this time. I honestly am not sure.
Okay, well, I can do it. It's a gurgling church choir for Manta Ray Jesus, the aforementioned Immaculate Conception. That, if you're not aware, just quick TLDR, there was a manta ray at a zoo or some cage, whatever, that was kept in a cage with some sharks, but no other manta rays. And all of a sudden, it's pregnant. And so nobody knows, where did this manta ray father come from? Is it a ghost? Is it an Immaculate Conception? Is it God? Is it a shark? So they're trying to figure that out. But in the meantime, we have an outro dedicated to this Manta Ray Jesus. And
it's our Manta Ray Jesus. I think we were talking about this before we started the episode. Immaculate Conception started a pretty cool religion last time. If y'all want to sign up, we could get this thing going. Speaking of, really quick, do you know about the Scientology Sucks religion?
No.
So there's a group of YouTubers that I think are actually genuine heroes. You would love their content. They're amazing. They created a religion called Scientology Sucks. And right before the pandemic, they were going to legally host parties at venues known as church services, where all of the beer was free. It was suggested donation, and they wrote off all of the beer on taxes. Everything, all of the funds, everything. Because they were like, hey, if you think the way we're spending our money should be taxed, consider that for also maybe Scientology and other religions and whatnot. They're like, yeah, shut us down. But if you do shut us down legally, you got to shut down Scientology as well.
Wow.
So they held parties, and one of their religious rights was the ability and freedom to shotgun in public, no matter what. So shout out to the Church of Scientology Sucks. They were going to have actual like banger events with free beer, but the pandemic happened, so they weren't able to like really pump it up. But long story short, they started a cool church, and we should too. Anyways, it was amazing. But you know who else is amazing? Wow, singing love to your God underwater is a lot harder than above water.
It's a lot harder than you think on your throat to do that.
I did that with an energy drink, and it was bubbling. It was it was a potion. It was a brew in there. I had bubbles flying into my nostril holes.
Well, then Manta Ray Jesus bless you all. Thank you for listening to episode 17 of Last Two Brain Cells. It's been a real pleasure recording it, and love you, bro. Thank you for being here.
Love you, dude. Thanks for calling me all the way from Istanbul, from Texas with love. Mwah! Yeah, my dudes. We love y'all. See you again soon.